Hey, welcome back to my channel Duct Tape Mechanic and to another episode of Free on Facebook, which is a series of videos in which I find things for free and show you how to repair them, repurpose them, and reuse them in another manner. In this video, I'm going to show you how to repair this newer style GE washer that's not starting and giving this lid message error. So if you find this video to be helpful, make sure you subscribe to my channel for more DIY and tinkering videos. So here is the washing machine in question. It's one of these newer style GE washers with a clear display right here and one of these panel displays. Basically, when I went to start the cycle, I'm just getting this lid error and the machine is not starting. So this happens when the lid lock mechanism goes bad. So these machines are notorious for having lid lock mechanisms. I did make a video earlier, maybe about a year and a half or 2 years ago, on how to replace this mechanism on a different style of GE machine. And that one, I showed you how to replace the mechanism in another way, in which I took the entire top off and I did it that way. And that is still applicable even to this model, even though it looks completely different than the one in that video, and I'll link that video in the description of this one. But I just decided to do another video, and because this method I'm going to show you in this video is a lot quicker than that one, but it does require you to kind of have a little bit more of a slimmer hand. So if you have really big or hands, you may not be able to get access to where that lid lock is without taking the top off. In that case, you'll have to use the other video. So I'm going to show you how this quick method of replacing the lid lock mechanism, which is notorious on pretty much any sort of GE Hotpoint top load washing machines. So let's get to it. By the way, this is the model number to this particular machine, just in case if you're wondering. Alright, so basically the lid lock mechanisms on these are horrible and they get stuck either in the open or in the closed position, and the washer machine can't recognize if the lid is down, and they basically need to be replaced. So one way to do this is to actually come down here. I'm going to show you where it's at. So in between the tub, which is right here, and the top of the washer is the lid lock mechanism in this corner right here. Let's see if I can get a good angle of it. So if you see those wires right there with the white connector, let's see if I can, right there. So that's the connector for the lid lock mechanism right there. So what we're gonna go is we're gonna put our hand in between those two, between the tub and the top right there, and unplug that connector. Once you kind of put your head down there and see where it's at, it's kind of easy to get to. So it's not that bad. So I got my hand here. I'm gonna go down there and just unplug that. There we go. So after that, we're gonna pry up this piece with a putty knife. So you do want to be careful, just kind of pry around the edges, and it'll come up. Alright, to remove the lid lock mechanism, we're just going to get one of our hands and put it back here so it doesn't drop in. Then we're going to kind of push down on this piece and push to this way, so left, and then we should be able to push it back to the right a little bit and wiggle it right out. And so we're just going to grab from the tub, and there it is. And that's what it looks like, and that's where that connector was, what we unplugged at the start. So I've got my replacement lid lock mechanism right here. I can also link this in the description as well. They're pretty much all the same. I just get them off of Amazon. Just got to do Amazon search GE washer lid lock mechanism. And if it looks something like this, it's the correct one because they use the same thing for almost all their models. So basically we're going to get this, and we're going to put it back in between the tub and the top of the washer, and we're going to position it. First we're going to slide this portion over like so, and then we're going to push this one up, and then we'll push it back this way, and it should just click. There we go. Now that's in. Now for this piece right here, there is a particular way it goes. You don't want to just put it on there and start hammering it. You see that this is, one end's got 2 prongs, one end's got 1 end. So it's got, one of the prongs goes into this hole right here. So the one with 2 prongs is going to go into the side on the right. So you're going to, then these longer prongs are going to go into these slots right here. So it should look something like this. Now you can push down and click it into place. Now we're going to connect the connector to the lid lock, which is probably the hardest part. Alright, as we connect this, I will also answer the question that I get a lot is, can I bypass the lid lock mechanism? And no, you cannot. You will damage the control board, because this isn't just serving to tell the machine that the lid is down, but it also has a locking mechanism in it as well. So it's a 2-part function. It's not one of those old school lid switches that you can just bypass. Alright, so you gotta kind of feel around to see where it is down here, and then just connect it. Alright, so I pushed it all the way into the connector, and it's connected now. You can take a camera down there as well, just to give you one more perspective of how it should look. So go down there, try to find that connection right there. You see that's once again connected to the lid lock mechanism right there, as it should be. So it's all about getting your hand down there and making sure you're able to connect it, and it really helps to see it. Once you pull it out, you'll see how the connection looks. And so yeah, so we can start a test cycle. Alright, so I got it hooked up to my little test station over here, and as you can see, it's washing away just fine. It's well into the wash cycle over here, and it's working as it should. So if you find this video to be helpful, make sure you hit the thumbs up sign.